Hey YouTube, Dimples285 here. Welcome back. So this one is going to be a little bit all over the place, but with intention. I wanted to document the parts of my pregnancy, but not just the parts of my pregnancy that were just like beautiful and joyous that you see online, but also like the real raw and uncut emotional aspects of pregnancy that a lot of people just don't talk about, or they're afraid to talk about because you don't want to come off as ungrateful, you don't want to come off as complaining, you don't want to come off all these different ways. And oftentimes people just don't get it unless they've been pregnant themselves. And even if they have been pregnant, you'll learn that like people's experiences with pregnancy is completely different. So sometimes it could just be really isolating if you're feeling or having certain emotions and anyone you talk to is like, well, I never had that, or like, I enjoyed my pregnancy, I love my pregnancy. Like that would literally just rip me up whenever people would say that to me, because although I'm happy that you like had an amazing pregnancy, like this sucks right now, like this is the pits, and I just need like a space to be able to say that and like it be okay. So luckily I did have like a close friend who her and we could kind of vent, and we had very similar experiences. But I just think about how many women don't, or who didn't have that experience. So here is a culmination of clips, some happy, some sad, some you're gonna see me crying, you'll see our gender reveal, all the way up to me being in labor and not knowing it. I literally was in so much pain, I like called out of work and just couldn't get myself together. So I hope this is a raw and uncut, just, I don't know, informational, just, I need to be seen, I need to know I'm not crazy, I need to know that all these emotions are okay to have, and you can still love your baby and still be a great mom. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share it with another mom, or share it with your best friend or whomever. And I appreciate y'all. Bye. Enjoy the video. Bye. I guess we slipped up and excuse the pee that's actually on the pregnancy test, but I guess we slipped up and had a whoopsie daisies. Oh my God, I'm definitely pregnant. I am definitely pregnant. Wow, definitely pregnant. So, baby moving here. Oh. And then you can see the little heart right there. If you take a big deep breath, see it? It's a little flash. Okay. See? It's huge.
Yo, chill.
Hi, today is Sunday. I think it's the 16th. According to my app, I am about 7 weeks and I think 6 or 7 days pregnant. How I'm feeling is today pretty good, but what I'm learning is that every day is really different. Some days I'm really excited, other days I'm really like, my life is about to change. Today I'm feeling really kind of nervous. For the first time ever, I had like spotting, and I read, when you read about early signs of pregnancy, spotting or like bleeding is one of them. I hadn't had any, and I work out. So like my OB told me, like she prepped me like, hey, you work out, so just know that you might have some of this. So I hadn't had any. So for me to have some today, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm finally coming around to the fact that I'm growing a life inside of me, and I'm excited about that. And some of the shock has left. And so now it's kind of like I want to do everything I can to secure this life, and also, like start our family. It's like you feel like the gatekeeper of life, kind of. So it's kind of like a big responsibility. Like you feel like if something goes wrong, it's like your fault, or you caused it, or it's something you could have or should have been doing better. And I don't know, it's kind of cool to be like, I have this significant role, but also can be kind of stressful. So right now I'm a little bit stressed, but also kind of struggling with wanting to be able to relate and wanting to be able to shout from the rooftops, to tell friends and tell people like, hey, I've been so tired because of this, or I haven't been responding to you because of this, or I can't drink and hang out with y'all the way I normally would because of this. But this like bleeding also is like an indicator, or like not an indicator, but like a reminder of me, like why people don't share early on, because you know, everything is so fresh and so new, and you just never know what can happen, you know, early on. So it's like you don't want to shout from the rooftops, hey, I'm pregnant, and then be like, hey, I'm no longer pregnant. And not saying that that's going to be my situation. I hope it's not. I really want to carry this baby full term, happy, healthy, but also I'm just like, what the fuck if I don't? Like, I have went through all of this for nothing. Not nothing, but like I have had like week 5 was like a hell week for me, like literally a hell week. I had COVID, and I would say that it was the equivalent of having COVID. That's how bad I felt. And it was my spring break, so I was off. Thank God. God works, you know, he works it out perfectly, but I was off and still just felt like I'm not gonna make it. So, but anyway, I really don't want to have went through that and to have gotten excited and told our family and friends for it to not come to fruition. So today I'm feeling worried, hopeful, but worried, and also just a little alone in the sense that I don't really want to tell anyone, because I don't want anyone else to worry. Like, I don't want to tell my husband, I don't want to tell my mom, I don't want to tell anyone, because I don't want them to worry, even though internally I am worrying. So I'm telling you, I hope I don't have any more bleeding, but if we do, I guess I'll just keep y'all updated. Bye. Belly update. I'm in my film room, so excuse the odd look of it, but we did have KFC, so I think most of this is KFC, but that's all we got. I think most of this is bloating from food. But yeah, that's what we got. I hope that I stop bleeding and that, I don't know, I'm just not so emotional. I feel like I should have been so emotional. Like, I've been looking at movies, crying, things that I typically wouldn't cry about. I've been crying, and I just want to go back to not being so emotional. Yeah. Bye. Hi, it's Sunday the 1st. I think it's May 1st. Waiting on my to-go order to come out, and I figured I'd do an update. 9 weeks and I think 5 days. Almost tomorrow on the 2nd will be 10 weeks. And I have just found myself just feeling incredibly sick and just not well. All right, I'm back. So as I was saying, tomorrow will make 10 weeks, and something I want to talk about that it's just been hitting me like a ton of bricks is the fact that no one really talks about in depth the amount of changes your body goes through. They just say, oh, your body's just going through changes, and you're like, okay, my body's going through changes, but no one talks about what that is or what that can look like and how it can impact you. So I thought that I would like gain a ton of weight like later on in my pregnancy, and I thought that, you know, I would pretty much continue on with my normal day-to-day life and day-to-day routine, and that hasn't been the case. So things that I enjoy doing and have gotten in the habit of doing in the past 1.5 years, 2 years has been working out. the last few times I've went to the gym, I have literally felt lightheaded. And I don't mean I'm in the gym and I'm going hard. I mean, like, I'm in the gym and I'm walking on the treadmill. And I feel lightheaded. I just feel constantly exhausted. I feel constantly tired and agitated and constantly sick oftentimes. Hold on, it's my food. Hi. No, Ray.
Okay, hold on one second.
I'm constantly sick, constantly tired, constantly just not like myself. Like every day is a struggle. Everything is a struggle. Simple things like it's brushing my teeth are so hard to do because I just feel like I'm gagging the whole time I'm brushing my teeth. Working out is just so hard to do. If I don't eat every few hours, all hell breaks loose. And I'm someone who like, I like to eat healthy, I like to snack, and I don't eat unless I'm hungry. I'm not like an overindulgent person, so the fact that I'm having to eat so often, even though I'm not hungry and I don't feel hungry, but I have to eat, because if not, then I'm going to feel even worse than I already do, has been like a lot for me to swallow, because with that comes like weight gain. And you think like, okay, I'm gonna gain weight, obviously I'm growing a baby, but I just didn't anticipate weight gain in my first trimester. Like I said, as someone who goes to the gym and works out, it's like you put in effort to be physically fit and have the weight in places where you want it. And so to see weight coming in places where you don't necessarily want it, and when you are in the gym trying to work it out, you just don't feel your best. It's just kind of like a mental conundrum. And it makes me want to cry. I don't know. I'm always emotional. And it's stupid. It's like, why is that so upsetting to you? But I think everybody wants to like the way they look. And you don't want to feel like, you just don't want to feel unattractive in the mirror. And oftentimes I do. My clothes just don't fit the way that I expected them to. And don't nobody really talk about that. Talk about the fact that, no, your body don't change like just in second semester, second trimester, third trimester. It starts first trimester, and like to other people you probably look normal, or you might look like you gaining a little weight, but to you, like I said, especially if you work out, you in the gym, you just don't feel your best, and you don't feel like you look your best. So that's something I'm really struggling with. And when you talk to people about it, like they're like, oh, I had a great pregnancy, so I can't relate. And you're like, well, that's great for you, but you know, that's not my reality. So you know, am I crazy, or is it just me, or like, is this shit the pits? Because everybody else be walking around here like, oh, it was great, it was awesome, I loved it. And so you don't feel right complaining, because there's so many people who actually, you know, want to have kids and who can't. You know, I know people personally who, you know, have struggled with fertility. So it's like you don't even feel like you have a space to complain, or even just vent your honest feelings without, I guess, without judgment, or without people being like, oh, I can't relate, you know, my pregnancy was great. And they don't mean any harm by it. Like, even my mom does it. She's like, oh, my pregnancy was great. And I had to tell her, like, Mom, stop telling me that. I'm happy that your pregnancies were great, but that's not my reality. So you telling me that is not helping me. And if anything, it just makes me feel like I'm crazy, and that maybe something is really off. So that is where I'm at with it. Certain days I feel better, but like out of a 7-day week, it might be like 5 of the days I feel like hell. Literally just sick, nauseous, I don't like the way I look. Maybe 2 of the days I feel like a normal human being, and I feel like I'm not as bloated, or my clothes look nice on me. And I don't know, I just feel like don't nobody really talk about that. And so that's where I'm at. You know, you're ever grateful because you know you're excited about your baby, but it's also a lot And they say like having a baby changes your whole life, and it doesn't just start with having the baby. Your life begins to change pretty much the moment of conception, and that you are made aware of that baby. So that's my update for today. Hopefully second trimester will be a lot better. That's what my OB keeps telling me, and I'm hanging on to that, because first trimester, especially like I would say weeks five through 9, because that's where I'm at. Over the shit. Over it. Alright. Any last minute guesses? Last minute guesses.
I think we're all guessed out about that.
Oh, any guesses?
Maybe you should stand at the head, Bex.
See, this what I think.
Alright, y'all ready? Alright, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Eat it.
Take a bite. Take a bite.
No.
You know what it is? I'm so disappointed.
Why you mad?
Chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug.
Today is pregnancy fit. We are 35 weeks and 2 days. Nike maternity. I think this has probably been one of my favorite outfits as of recently. Opens up. Let's do a belly shot. Belly, 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 belly. Let's see from the side. We are doing just great. Just great. Baby SJ. We are 36 weeks. SJ is bumping like never before. I can't wait to meet you, SJ. 36 weeks and how many days are we? 2 or 3. Let's see. I can no longer fit my pants. That's not news. Some of my maternity smalls don't fit, so we're in maternity mediums more often than not. And none of my clothes fit. So like my bottoms don't fit, so any bottom I have on is definitely maternity. This is supposed to be closed, but again, it doesn't fit. So we're tired. We're having low back pains. The feet are swollen. So we are just all of the things, but all worth it for baby SJ. We have our last baby shower tomorrow. at work, and we are thrilled. Today is November 1st, and we can't wait. This weekend, maternity shoot is in the works, and we're gonna try to put together the last minute stuff for SJ. And I hope he comes when he's ready and healthiest, ready and healthiest. So yeah, that's life update. Today is Sunday, November 6th. It's around, I think, like 1 o'clock. We are currently 36 weeks pregnant. Monday, which will be tomorrow, we will be 37 weeks. Excuse the dirty mirror. This is real life. But SJ is full of movement today. Mommy is very uncomfortable. A lot of kicks, a lot of Braxton Hicks. Probably the worst that they've been this entire pregnancy, honestly. But that's okay. Just means we're getting closer. The dogs have been on me like white on rice. I've had to pretty much lock them out of every room I've went into just to have like a little bit of peace of mind. We got our maternity shoot done. We just need to get our bags packed and relax. So Mom can't wait to meet you. I gotta finish a few more thank you cards from the baby shower, but other than that, get our bag packed, and I can't wait to meet you. If I have to guess, I think you're coming sometime week 38, which is fine by me. 38, 39, perfect. I can't wait to meet you. And I'm looking forward to no longer being pregnant. Sleeping has become non-existent. Pooping hurt. Showering, everything is just like a task and a half at this point. So I will be happy to no longer have the stress of it, but I'll also be happy to meet you. So I just want to tell you I love you, and Shrika, if you're looking back on this, just know that I'm proud of you, girl. You've carried a whole fucking baby to term, and you didn't think you could, and you did. And I can't wait to meet you, SJ, and all the discomfort and lack of sleep and irritability will be worth it. All right, I think that's all I got. Bye. It's November 7th. I'm officially 37 weeks. It's Monday. And I just had to call out of work because I've been up all night long having what feels like contractions. I don't know if they're Braxton Hicks. Everything I read says they're Braxton Hicks because they're not increasing in intensity. They just have been consistent throughout the day. And some things say that with Braxton Hicks, you shouldn't have more contractions, more than a certain number of contractions within an hour. And they've just been back to back. Well, not back to back, but it depends. Sometimes they're back to back. And other times I might have like 1 hour. Starting around maybe like 2 a.m. I start to have like 1 hour, but around that 11, 12 o'clock hour, they were like every 20 minutes. So I hope baby is okay. I keep having this shit. It's like my bowels are contracting too. Everything just feels tight. I just can't get comfortable. I'm just exhausted and just in pain. And I don't know if SJ is coming or if I'm just having Braxton Hicks. So I don't know. Just want to. Oh, here comes another one. These Braxton Hicks make me really reconsider this whole no epidural thing. Cause this shit hurts like bad. It feels like a bad cramp, but like times 10. Like cramping ain't never stopped me from going to bed. This has stopped me from going to bed. This has been ongoing all day Sunday.